Pure alcohol, which you can obtain from your pharmacy or chemist, is another solution that you can mess about with your paints with. Gives you a similar effect to ox gall by spreading the colour, pushing the pigment out wherever you drop the solution in, but it gives you a more defined mark. See these marks here, really rather interesting. So I'm going to show you that in process. As I mentioned with the ox gall, thinking of ideas of where to use it, I suggested I might do a lantern. Well, here you can see with the alcohol, I've actually done a candle, which I think is rather sweet. So there's an idea for using that. So let me just show you how it works. Let's have a nice splash of ultramarine. Bit more. And then I'm going to take the alcohol. Now that's very wet. Let's make it a bit bigger and show you how it works when it's drier as well. So that's very wet. This is pure alcohol, not like you would drink like vodka or gin, something quite different. Don't drink it and don't light a match nearby, probably a good idea. I'm just using the tip of my brush and I'm going to drop. There you go. Rather interesting. I'm going to use it on a landscape the next time I've got one in the pipeline for another course, and I'm going to use it where you've got basically boring bits of land just to make it look a bit more interesting. I mean, this is rather nice on that tree. Let's see a bit better. The tree there and the trees there, the cypress there, and this is the ox gall here. So you can see it's quite a bit different. So there it is. Let's put a bit more. You see how it really pushes the pigment about. I'm going to paint another area, and this time we'll use oh, I don't know, let's use a Scarlet Lake. Not so wet. And just put more pigment on, make it stronger. So obviously, as with the ox gall and with a lot of the other effects that we're doing here, it does depend very much on the pigment, whether it travels easily, and also different makes. See, that's not quite so wet, so it's not travelling quite as far. See, there's only a little bit left on the tip of that brush. Let's go over here. See, a little bit left, but it's still having the effect. So what I would probably consider doing, let's just have a little play about. Nothing like a play about. So let's imagine you've got some landscape. The one that I'm going to be doing shortly will have sort of different bands of different colours. And what would be nice to do, doesn't matter what colours I'm using here, would be maybe to apply the alcohol to the bands at different stages of dryingness, if you know what I mean. Let's have a bit of sap green, that's a strong green. Now that band's quite dry there, so let's see what happens there. Very little, but see how it's gone into the other layer. So it's rather nice when you've got different colours blending together. Now where that is really quite dry, that sort of browny yellowy band, it hasn't spread very much at all. But I'm just thinking it might bring a bit of variety to a very loose painting. So then imagine that you've got some trees coming up here. So this is your band of field beforehand. Very loose. Mess about with some trees. There we go. And probably leave those as they are. But it's another interesting effect you can use. I'll take a photo of this when it's dry and post it in the resource. And I'll also be doing some more, try that a bit. You see, not much activity at all. I will be doing some more demonstrations of how and where to use it. So that is alcohol. Cheers.